Before you watch this video, you should go to guitarinfusion.com right now and download my free course, the Music Theory DNA course. In that course, I'm going to teach you how I view music theory. It's way simpler than you think. Go do it right now, guitarinfusion.com, and let's get into this video. I don't really know what I was playing, but I enjoyed it, and hopefully you did too. Today we're going to talk about intent and faking it in a musical way, and that's coming up. Hi, my name is David Wallerman. Welcome to this channel, which is all about helping guitar players like you find your voice on the instrument, develop it to tell your own personal, beautiful, unique musical story. Today we're going to forget about technique, we're going to forget about a lot of things, forget about theory, we're completely forget about theory actually, and we're just going to play. And it's an exercise in trusting yourself and an exercise in being in the moment. So what I mean by that is that oftentimes when we're playing over something, there's this thing in our mind that tells us, okay, you're playing an A Dorian, next comes a B minor chord, so you're gonna have to anticipate that change and so forth and so forth. Today we're gonna look at something else. We're gonna look at the delivery of the message and the clear delivery of a message. We're going to pretend that this is a complete foreign language. So if you've been playing for a while, that's going to be a little harder. But we're going to pretend that we don't know anything. And the only thing we know is that we need to convince ourselves that we know what we're doing. Here's a very practical example. It's going to make a little more sense. Let's take a note, a single note. Any note will do. And play this one. I don't know what it is. I'm looking here. Okay. 3rd string, 11th fret. Okay, I'm going to play that note. And there's a multitude of ways that I could play that. But really, we can classify those ways in the confident way and the non-confident way. So in the non-confident way box, we'd have notes like this, like this, or this, or very, very quiet, like that kind of thing. A confident way would be this. Okay, what happened there? Well, it's a lot of state of mind. I know it's a little wacky lesson here, but a lot is in your mind. You're thinking about the delivery of the note before you play it, and then you deliver it. So you think about a sound, and then you say it. Or think about something, and you say it. As opposed to just saying it without thinking about it before. That's what's happening here. For that, we need space for that note to grow. If this is I'm realizing as I'm speaking to you, if this is your very first visit to this channel, probably asking, what does this guy smoke? Nothing. I quit smoking a long time ago, and they were not funny cigarettes. But seriously, this really works. We need space to develop that note, to deliver the note. Space, time, that's what I mean. So before you play a note, create that space of silence and then play it. And imagine striking the string and putting your left hand on the fretboard at the same exact time. And then let it die whenever you want. When you let it die, you put your right hand on the strings to mute that, and at the same time you release that finger. It's synchronized. And listen to that note, see what it does. There's a point where that note gets less and less defined. It dies out. That's when you maybe if you want to continue that note, add a little bit of vibrato on there. And think of the next note, the next series of notes. And then do something like ta-ka-ta with other notes that I'm visualizing. I don't know what key or anything, but I'm going to play them. Okay, that creates something else, right? But I had the intent of doing something like this. I knew that I wanted ta-ka-ta, and I was visualizing the notes. Maybe I didn't have the sound in my mind, but I was visualizing them, imagining what it would be to ta-ka-ta, to do it, and then I did it. I'm going to do that again, but on a different place of the fretboard. Maybe here. I don't know. And then I'm just anticipating anything I do. And then I'm going to imagine a chord. I don't know what chord, but I'm going to imagine that I'm going to place my finger here, here, and here. And I'm going to imagine that that's going to be delivered exactly the way I want to deliver it. And when people hear it, they're going to accept it. Because I accepted that before, and so the delivery is with intent. It's not that, right? It's and I'm leaving that space all the time. Space is important because it creates this atmosphere, this space of something important. Like if you hear a word and the silence, that word becomes important. But if you hear a word amongst other people talking, TV in the background, cell phones, then that word gets lost. So take time to just sit down, no backing track involved here, just you, your instrument. In this case, it happens to be the guitar. It could be anything. And then imagine the delivery and then deliver it. That's going to boost your confidence. And try not to stick to a scale that you're comfortable with. Try not to do just pentatonic stuff. That comes after. Because if you go towards something that your fingers are used to doing, then your fingers are going to take over, take control, and then at some point or another, it's going to start to sound like licks that you played over and over. That's not what this exercise is about. This is about boldness and confidence, and that will come out later on when you're playing, when you're now involving your analytic part of your brain that knows the theory stuff. If you did that work of more of an organic type of thing or anticipate the delivery, not even looking at the fretboard, imagining what it would feel like. Once you start playing within the key and involve that part of the brain, it's going to sound a lot better than if you did not do that work, that preliminary work of playing. Now you're going to sound focused. You have this idea of space and solemnness and importance, and it can be a very spiritual experience. Anticipating everything. People are hopefully, when you play like this, paying attention. Because at this moment, there's no one else in the world who's doing this. And I don't mean this in an arrogant way, I just mean it in a, this is you. There's no other you, right? You're the only you. And if at any point you start to to think about, oh man, there's a lot of guitar players watching me. So I've got to start proving myself. That's where you can really ruin it. You know, that's where like. See, I'm ruining it myself because I'm thinking, oh, you know, I'm listening to that voice saying you've got to prove yourself. Technically, you don't. And that's what creates beautiful sounds, I think. Even if someone doesn't really like this, it's okay because it's you. You're being 100% yourself in this exercise. I don't know what that was, but that was cool, I think. That's what I have for you. I really encourage you to try this on your own. I know it sounds a little, a little off, but I promise that it really does something to your playing, and it helps you connect with the instrument in a super healthy way, I think. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you want to go a little further and with this kind of thought process, but approach music theory with that angle, easy angle, it doesn't have to be complex, you should check out my guitarinfusion.com website, and you sign up for free there. Just enter a valid email address and you'll be put into a free course that is going on, the Music Theory DNA. It's a simpler approach to music theory, and it's helped a lot of players, and I think it might help you too. If you've been confused about some of these concepts and want to go further in a super healthy and hopefully interesting way, you should check it out. It's free, guitarinfusion.com. And if this was your first visit to this channel, you should subscribe, because every week 3 videos come out helping guitar players like you find your voice on the instrument, your unique, personal, beautiful voice, and learn how to use it and convey ideas with this instrument. Thanks for watching this. Practice well. I'll see you next time.